So this question looks like it's going to be a simplify question. Simplify questions are typically very short, somewhere between 1 and 3 lines long, and will contain an equation or an expression. We have an equation provided here. So to start off with, I'm going to just simplify this equation by distributing these values on the outside of the parentheses. So in doing so, I end up with x squared plus x minus 56 equals 4x squared minus 28x. And then in combining like terms, moving everything over to one side, looks like if I subtract 4x from both sides, I'm left with a negative 3x squared. If I add 28x to both sides, I'd have a positive 29x. I still have my minus 56, and it is equal to 0. So the fastest way for me to solve this is to, in my opinion, is just to use a quadratic formula, which is x equals negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. So let's get started with that. So what are our a, b, and c's here? So here our negative 3 is a, our 29 is b, and our negative 56 is c. So if I start throwing those values in, I'd have a negative 29 plus or minus the square root of 29 squared minus 4 times negative 3 times negative 56 all over 2 times negative 3. So in continuing with this, I'm going to grab my calculator now. All right, so what is 29 squared? So let's see, 29 squared is 841. So 841. Negative 4 times negative 3 is positive 12, but then 12 times a negative 56 is going to be negative 672. And this is all divided by negative 6. I'm going to simplify what's under the radical. 841 minus 672 is equal to 169. So this becomes x equals negative 29 plus or minus square root of 169 all over negative 6. The square root of 169 is just 13, so let's go up here for more space. So I'm going to have x equals negative 29 plus or minus 13 all over negative 6. And here's where we're going to get two solutions, right? The question asks for the sum of the solutions, plural. So one solution will be negative 29 plus 13 over negative 6, and the other will be negative 29 minus 13 over negative 6. So negative 29 plus 13, so that's 16 over, negative 16 over negative 6, negative 16 over negative 6, which is just positive 16 over 6, which can be reduced to 8 over 3 if I divide by 2. So there's one solution. And then for negative 29 minus 13, I'm getting negative 42 over negative 6, which is the same as just positive 7. So when I add 8 over 3 plus 7, I need to have a common denominator. So this becomes 8 over 3 plus, if I multiply this by 3 over 3, plus 21 over 3, which is equal to 29 over 3. So there's my answer, 29 thirds.